Let's move on to the night game on Thursday. That's the Colorado State Rams. First game of the year, opening up their season at the Fresno State Bulldogs, who came off a loss. This spot opens at Colorado State as minus 1 point favorites. That's moved to 1.5. And this total is anywhere between 57.5 or 58. So Rams open up their new season under new coach Steve Adazio. 6'5" senior quarterback Patrick O'Brien returns. Last year he threw for 2,803 yards, 13 TDs, 7 interceptions. Their best receiver last season, Warren Jackson, has opted out. They lost 3 starters from their offensive line. Last year they allowed 31.2 points per game, but owned one of the nation's top pass defenses, ranked 9th, allowing just 184.4 yards per game. Fresno State opened their season with 34-19 loss at home to Hawaii. Former Washington Husky Jake Hayner, 17 of 31 for 289 yards, 1 TD, but 3 picks. Their top receiver, Zane Pope, is hurt. They allowed Hawaii to put up 552 yards of offense. That was including 323 on the ground. And their top defensive player from last season, Justin Rice, linebacker, transferred to Arkansas State. And the hole that he left was enormous in game 1. Let's start off with John Ryan, Colorado State Rams, Fresno State Bulldogs.
Well, over the last 15 meetings, these teams, Fresno State's 5-10 straight up, 6-9 against the spread. The over has only been lined 6 times, and that's gone 4-2. So they haven't played each other every year until this back-to-back years, and then 2016 and 2015. So with that, they don't know each other as well as you might think. Recent meetings have been a loss by Fresno State has lost by 10 in 2019, 37 in 2016. Close game in 2015 of losing by 3. One team has scored at least 30 points in each one of those games. With the only game that they didn't score over 30 was when Fresno State lost 37-0 in 2016. So I think this game goes to a lean on Colorado State. And Colorado State is backed by some really horrific trends working against Fresno State. Fresno State is 2-7 if the game is played on turf. And believe me, you might not think turf or grass means much in terms of ATS results, but it does. It has a very high correlation, and it still does in the NFL level too. Colorado State's 33-15 in road games after the 4th week of the season. So here again, I always use that area of week 4. If you have a team with a lot of offensive linemen on it, they're going to outperform teams that don't during the first 4 weeks. But after 4 weeks, everybody starts playing on a more even slate. So I think that definitely favors Colorado State in this matchup, and they win the game comfortably.
A comfortable win for Colorado State by John Ryan. John, what do you think of this total at 57.5 or 58?
It's right in line with previous meetings. I would lean towards the under if I had to bet it. It's just that way I don't have much information on to really come across with any intelligent selection at all. But being that Colorado State, you could lay the money line. I think at this point, since it's basically pick them for all purposes related to this, but everything that I'm looking at points to Colorado State, so it's a lean for me.
We have Colorado State as a move. John Ryan is thinking of pulling the trigger on. Let's go to CMAC. What do you think here? Mountain West, Colorado State, Fresno State.
Yeah, I'd lean to the under a bit here as well. And Colorado State. Hayner looked horrible last week. He had 3 INTs. I think O'Brien will do well. He'll do what he does best. He'll complete, probably have 200 yards, maybe more. They'll run it well. Like you said, Jackson's out. And this is their first game, so everyone, you don't know how they're going to come out, and these teams so far this year, especially when other teams have played. They still have Dante Wright. He's a good wide receiver. The Rams got a pretty bad defense. I'd still lean to the under. Their secondary is pretty good. They got a few guys returning. But I'd lean under and lean that. I didn't love this game at all, but those would just be my leans. Colorado State at home, getting, -1 or Fresno's -1. Yeah, so take a money line if you like it, and I like the under a little bit, but I'm staying off. This is just no way I like it.
We've got both cappers backing Colorado State, but CMAC not going to get to the window on it. Let's hear what Noli Knows has to say. Colorado State, Fresno State.
I mean, Colorado State, not a team that looked too good last year, but still was able to handle Fresno State pretty handily. And my one concern here when I look at Fresno State is their defense. You know, giving up 552 total yards last week against Hawaii. I mean, Hawaii's strong suit is their offense, but that's just ridiculous. And like you mentioned, the history between the teams and Colorado State returning the bulk of their starters, at least the core guys on both sides of the ball. They expect more success from them this year, albeit their win total doesn't suggest that. But nothing that I liked out of Fresno State in that game against Hawaii. Like Connor mentioned, the turnovers by the quarterback, not something I'm trusting here. I won't be making a move here. There's still a lot I have to see from Colorado State. Not really a team I want to be backing.
Gas Station Sushi says can't take Colorado State. Program in turmoil from Gas Station Sushi. And you have to expect Fresno to improve. They open in an ugly game. You have to think that they'll be better tonight. You have to. Or sorry, on Thursday night. But are you going to make a move on Colorado State Rams? We have two guys making moves there. Anything? Are you going to get to the window with anything here, Noli?
No, I won't be touching this game. Still a lot that I need to be seeing between these games, between these teams. Really, I would lean towards the under, but I mean, with that defense, when you see those yardage, there's no way. So I mean, still a lot of unknown being it's game one. So I maybe not be watching that either.
All right, there you have it. There is the Thursday night late game that pops off at 10 p.m. Eastern.